All right, usually I do this with my electric scissors. This really sucks that they're dead. Really sucks bad. Oh, how can I do this? It's easy. I don't know. So usually I just flip over, because I'm just doing, this is 21 inch, and I'm going to do 10 inch pieces. And I just run up the sides with my electric scissors. Oh, I don't need to go on Shark Tank. I want to go on Shark Tank. Just because I want to tell them I don't need their money. They won't let me. And it's American. But we have a Dragon's Den, and I really wanted to go on, but just for publicity. That would be amazing. But I really don't need investors, and I really don't need anybody's money. We are doing really well by ourselves with no loans or anything, so I like it like that. That's another big accomplishment, not having to owe anybody or have investors or... Okay, I'm going to try this. Just using scissors. Now, I don't mind if my mesh frays, because when you're making the rose, even if your mesh frays, it's not a big deal, because the petal that we use for the rose, you don't see the edges anyways. Thanks for voting. Thanks, guys. There's a lot of, I think there was like 1,400 nominees, and then they break it down to 120. I would only go on Dragon's Den just to tell Kevin O'Leary to keep his money. Okay, so I got 10 inch pieces here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Usually, like I said, I usually zip up the sides with my electric scissors. And I want to cut a bunch of pieces at a time, so I'm going to do it with my scissors here. I don't know how that's going to work. Much easier with our electric scissors. God. I never even thought of charging them. Ah. All right, there's one side. I will be lucky if I get my tree up at all this Christmas. We don't get home till Sunday night. And all my Christmas stuff is in storage. This is really going to suck. Probably not a good idea doing this tired, because I'll end up like probably tossed across the room halfway through it. It is a pretty color. It's a plaid color. It's got light pink, dark pink, and red in it. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. Look at Annette King. You still up, girl? Oh yeah, you're working the night shift. It's not coming, Laura. It's a room full of crap. It's got to be organized. I haven't had time. No time. I actually hired an organizer to come in January. To come organize me. You know, kind of like those people on Hoarders. So, exactly, Eva. It's things to do. You know, if it wasn't that Lolly would freak out, because I was going to get somebody to come and put my tree up and everything and decorate for me, and Lolly had a freak out because we should be doing that, she said. And it's never we. Dave puts up the tree. She puts one ornament on the tree and then goes up to her room. So it's no we. It's me and Dave. So, but as soon as she found out I was going to hire somebody to come and put the tree up, then she freaks out. Dave's not here. Dave's in bed. I begged him to come and make this rose for me, but nope, didn't work. Right, Jen? These kids. I had it all planned where somebody was going to come and erect my tree and decorate for me. And then Lolly has a freak out. I need more rose pins. And you know what? I didn't even pack yet, guys. Remember I said I was going to go pack? No. Went upstairs and Lori had to cook dinner. Again, why I should win the Mompreneur of the Year award. Oh, I forgot to cut it off the roll. Oh, I can see a lot of mistakes happening on this rose. I'm not too tired. What am I doing with the scissors? I never get help. I need mental help. I need my electric scissors to be charged. I can tell you these pieces are not going to be nowhere near 10 inches. They're going to be all kinds of wonky sizes. But I'm not too concerned because it's a rose and really don't see it. I'm very tired. I spent all day at the warehouse today packing up the auction wreaths. Okay, I'm tired of cutting. Let's start the rose. All right, it is done. I'm doing the large board. I'm going to start in the center. I have a personal assistant, a virtual personal assistant. I know I need another set of hands, which is usually my Dave, but okay, so my 21 inch, I'm just folding in half. Let me bring this down a bit. You guys can see. Oh yeah, these are some wonky pieces. Okay, so I like to make them 21 inch because I like the nice deep color it gets and stuff. And bring this down so you can see all the colors when you use 21 inch. And I'm going to stick this tail right in this. So we're going to start on row 5. Mom, I have to get this wreath done. I know I'm tired. But who else is going to make it? I'm going to try and relax in New York. Doubt it. You know, Lolly wants to see all of New York within that 3 days that we're there. So I just folding these in half, and then you make a little umbrella. Hey everybody, does nobody sleep? Never done one of your flowers. Is it in your website on how to? Oh boy, I have a whole YouTube channel, Bianca, of different wreaths, and just click on the picture that you think you want to make, and I will be there showing you how to make it. So I'm in row 5 right now, so I'm doing the 4 inner pieces, which is the bud of the flower. I am tired. I'm very tired. Very, very tired, but hi, Lolly. I'm live. Why? What's the matter? You have to ask me a question. A personal question? Well, I have to stop at the factory in Buffalo. What time is the funeral?
The funeral starts at 11. Well, it will end at, that's until 10. The funeral starts at like 11. And then
Are you bringing stuff with you that Dave and I can just pick you up from the...
I could.
Where's the...
It's going to be at the church.
So if you have all your stuff packed,
If I have all my stuff packed,
make sure you have all your chargers, because I am not...
I will bring my carry-all bag with me. Because it will be done around 3.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to be at the factory before 3. You can eat a quick bite and I'll have to come pick you up.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright? Sorry, guys. Lolly's got a funeral go to tomorrow before we leave. Okay. So I'm just taking, I got the 4 pieces in. I'm just taking 1 piece and I'm going to just wrap it around itself. You're a blue noser. I went there last summer. I took Lolly there. My friend is from Cape Breton. So is Tanya, my assistant. She lives in Nova Scotia. Okay, so I'm just wrapping the 4 pieces. They kind of hug each other, just like this, and that makes the bud of your rose. Now you can tie a string around it, and then just kind of turn the inner. So it looks like that. Looks like a belly button. I'm just going to put some hot glue and a clothespin and hold that right there. So I don't even have to tie the string or anything around it. Alright, we're going to start the second row. And it's exactly the same. I'm going to fold them like I was doing. And we're on row 4. Such a pretty mesh. Yeah, the sunflower is pretty easy to learn. It's a very simple petal. The rose is easy too. Once you do it once, and you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Because the petal is exactly the same all throughout. Now it's a little more difficult because I'm using 21-inch mesh. And it makes it a little thicker, the rose. But I've been learning as I wrap each piece around to get a clothespin and just keep it closed. just like that. And you just keep filling in each zip tie. I think people have done it with burlap. You can do it with poly burlap. Structure to the normal burlap. Poly jute burlap works nice. See, this 21-inch gives you nice big petals. It's nice and full, nice color. And it's my favorite for making a rose. No, it's just normal, everyday deco mesh. Where's all my clothespins? And once I'm done, once I'm done, I'll go around and any of the ends that don't stay down, I'll just glue them into place. I know, I love this color too. When I was at the warehouse today, it's like, I forgot I had this. And I said, Dave, oh, that'll be perfect for a Valentine's rose. And I wanted a nice color that you could see well on TV. This has no metallic in it either. It's just plain old deco mesh. So it's not expensive either. I don't really know what color this is. Hold on. Deco Polymesh 21-inch. The number of it, so if you type this in Google, RE1082RE. That's the number. They never put the colors on. I know I have some, I think, in my Canadian website. I'm not sure if I have any in the American. But certainly very pretty for Valentine's Day. I cut them 10 inches, and it's a 21-inch roll, and I just fold it over in half at 10 inches. Now these are wonky pieces because I was cutting them with scissors. I usually cut them with my electric scissors, but it doesn't really matter. You don't see the seams or the sides. And you only see the round part anyways, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I do like my 21-inch for roses. I don't know where the heck they're on my pieces here. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut more mesh. Cutting mesh is a pain. Hi, Connie McCormick. How are you? Tell I'm tired, I'm going quick. Once you've done a couple roses, you can really whip through them. And this is actually me doing it not as fast as I normally can. So you're just putting the tail of it in and zipping it up. And then as you add mesh, you're wrapping it around your bud. I just find with the clothespins it holds it in place, so it just gets it out of the way. I know I gotta pack craft stuff. Me and Lolly are sharing a suitcase, and then I have a whole suitcase for just my craft stuff to go to New York. So I have to pay for a craft suitcase. But I have to bring a lot of stuff, because they don't have the stuff there that I need. Come on. Roses are so easy to do once you get the hang of it. The only row that's tricky is the last row. But even that, once you've done it once, it's easy. I think with using the 21-inch mesh, just cutting it is the biggest pain. Early. Okay. Are we almost done that row? Seems like that row went forever. Got 2 more here. Yeah, you make beautiful roses, Connie, but you've been making them for a long time now. You're known for your roses and your angels, especially your angels. So really you got almost like 4 pieces of layers of mesh. And that's why, look how nice and pretty the color comes out. That's why I like using 21-inch. Now I'm just clothespinning them, just keep the petals out of the way. You don't have to. All right, one more row on this one. Oh, what color green am I going to use for the leaves? I never even thought of that. Yes, tails to the outside until you get to the last row. I don't have a lot to carry or to bring Barbara. I have it pretty much organized. I have each segment, like I have 2 2 shows I'm doing this weekend, and I have each project bagged of what I'm going to need, so it's not too bad. All right, we're on the next row. So as you can see, our flower is starting to bloom. The rose is so pretty. It's very easy to make, but it just mesmerizes people, because people that don't wreath, they'll like stare at it and try and figure out how the heck you did that. It's so funny for them when I watch them. You can see them trying to, how'd they do that? Ancient Chinese secret. So I found just using clothespins just to hold your pieces out of the way, it really helps a lot. I know, right? I love my clothes. And it's funny because when I used to watch Wreathing before I would do lives and stuff, nobody used clothespins. It's like, really? Does nobody think to use clothespins to help you hold things? Because I use them all the time. That and my electric scissors. Oh, I have to cut some more mesh. I hate, that's the part I hate. I hate cutting the mesh. I know, I love my clothes. Just, I've been using, where are they? They're more of a chip clip. Because they have like a rubberized end. I don't even know where they are. Oh, I packed them away, that's right. But even just the wood clothespins, I have a whole bucket. Yeah, this color is really pretty. It's very pretty, and there's no metallic in it. But it definitely screams Valentine's Day rose, though. That's for sure. I had this in a purple color as well. I don't know if I have any of that left. And this is just like value mesh. It's not even expensive. So we're just keep putting the petals in the exact same way on every row, and it just builds and builds. You kind of get your zip ties lost, especially with the 21 inch. You just have to kind of look underneath your rows and you can see them. Oh, I didn't even preload the rest of the zip ties. Darn. Alright, that was my last piece of mesh. Gotta cut more. So my mesh was not even whatsoever. And you can see it really doesn't make a difference. It must be dry down here. Every time I'm down here, my throat starts to hurt. And I get all raspy. Oh, am I freezing? All right, we gotta finish preloading this one. So I got preload number two. And I gotta figure out what color green I'm gonna put for the leaves. I didn't see it buffering. If it's still freezing for you, Christina, go out and come back in. Sometimes that works. So once, oh God, I didn't even bring a drink of water again. Once I have all my mesh cut and my boards are preloaded, I can make a rose in like less than 20 minutes. So if you get yourself all organized, you can like whip these out. And I do these in the car. Definitely do them in my recliner. I'm watching TV. Oh, did I freeze? So did everybody go vote for me? So far I've only used one roll. I have to finish cutting it. I'll probably have to use 2 rolls because I didn't really pay attention to make sure they were completely 10 inches when I was cutting them. Well, thank you for all voting for me. Unfortunately, that's not the only way you win. They interview you, and the first thing is seeing how many votes you get. So that's this first step. And then they do interviewing and stuff like that. So, but I guess they see how many people actually like you. I don't know. I don't know why they ask for others to vote, but it's nice that people get a say. Alright, let's cut some more of this mesh. I still have lots left. So I need 10 more pieces. Oh, thanks, Patsy. You know what? If I don't win it, it's not a big deal. It'll be an honor to win it, but there is a lot. I just skimmed over the competition. And there's some pretty good candidates. The only thing with mine is we have so much business in the United States versus Canada. And that's just because the nature of the beast. The states do a lot more wreathing. Plus you guys have more supplies than we can get. So it doesn't help that we have no supplies here. Alright, let's flip it over. Hello, Marilyn. Oh, I need a drink of water. Mom, can you get me a drink of water? I should text Lolly. Oh, thanks for voting. Oh, Patricia, I got nominated for 2020, and I think there's an actual banquet and all that stuff at the end of February. Because I know it's like right before Crafters Convention in Toronto, I believe. So I was nominated for Canada Mompreneur of the Year. And that's all of Canada wide, so that's a lot of people. I was nominated last year, but I was a bit of a newbie. Like, our business wasn't even a year old when I was nominated, so hopefully I have a better chance this year. Thanks, Marilyn. All right, let's cut this again. See, when I have my electric scissors, I just zip right up the sides. It's so much easier. So I best get these babies charged before we get into flower season. It makes making the roses much easier. Although 21 inch is really the rose I do it on. Not too many other flowers I use 21 inch. Yeah, it's on the website. Yeah, they're reopening as Michael's, which is good for us, I guess. I really liked AC Moore. It was one of my favorite craft stores. But again, nature of the beast. Dog eat dog, right? These are going to be some wonky pieces. this rose turns out to be a miracle. It's got to be down here. I must need a humidifier or something down here. Every time I'm down here, my throat starts to get scratchy. So you don't need anything fancy. You can just cut a piece of cardboard. If you don't have anything, just cut a piece of cardboard at 10 inches. Get yourself some clothespins. They're the saving grace of wreathing. Except I have a gazillion of them and I don't know where they all went. I cannot wait to clean this craft room and actually get it organized. I know AC Moore was struggling though. They were trying to do an online thing and that didn't really work, and I think they only had like 40 stores, I think, too. Okay. Oh, I would love tea from Tim Hortons. Can you go get me one, Brenda? Use the timered lights. I know, I love my timered lights. Who's got time to remember to shut their wreath off? Like, for reals. These are some wonky pieces. The art of crafting. Do not do as I teach you. Actually, it'll work out. You watch. You won't even be able to tell that my pieces are all wonky. None of the craft stores have better mesh. The only one, Joann's has almost like a fabric mesh. That's the closest I've ever seen to any craft store having half decent mesh. You got a Tim Hortons in that? In Scotland? I love me Tim Hortons. Actually, you know what's funny though? I like McDonald's coffee better than Tim Hortons. So like when we go for coffee or breakfast or whatever in the mornings, me and Dave doesn't like McDonald's coffee, but he likes McDonald's breakfast. I like Tim Hortons breakfast, but I don't like, well, I like Tim Hortons coffee, but I prefer McDonald's coffee. So he goes gets his breakfast and I get my coffee at McDonald's. Alright, I think I only needed 10 pieces. That might be enough. I didn't count. You got your Santa wigs. Deidre, did you see the hat that I was showing earlier? Look at this hat. How fabulous is this hat? It's old looking, so it looks like it's got soot on it. And it's got this big, huge pom-pom that actually has so it really does look vintage. And it's a big, fluffy hat. I love it. I bought 3 of them. Look how cool. I bought 3 of them, so I had them for next year. On the live that I did earlier today, Dave pinned the Amazon link. Oh yeah, you can make the Santa with mesh, no problem. Actually, Michelle from Past and Present Presents, Michelle Gilnett, she made an awesome one with deco mesh the other day. So pretty. But when I'm teaching, I like to teach you guys something different. Even though it might not be your taste, you may not like it or whatever, but at least it's different. So, I've not seen anybody really use a wig and a beard before, so I thought, and the face of Iva's Santa looks so realistic. I thought the wig and beard would be like really cool, and it did turn out really cool. Even the way I blackened it. I don't think I've had that one. Okay, I guess we have more than I thought we did. Now, if I fall asleep, I'll guess my phone's turned down so people can't even yell at me. I did take my sleeping pills. You think I would learn last time, remember? Remember the one video where I took my sleeping pills? I was so tired. I was literally falling asleep on the video. That was funny. I don't know if we still have 5-packs, Janie. Yeah, and yes. I am not sure if we have any more 5-packs on Amazon. Yeah, it could look like Dave. He's getting a little salt and peppery in his hair. I do have 50 more Santa faces coming. They will be uploaded on the website. They are here, or in the States. I have to go pick them up. But because we're leaving for New York, I might not get them loaded until we come back. And then we will probably keep having them throughout the year. I'm just not going to rush and get them like right away. Wow, this is pretty, eh? That's perfect for a Valentine rose. Yeah, if there's 5-packs left, there's definitely a Santa in it. I know we have the cardinal, singles of the cardinal still on our website. And like I said, I have 50 more faces. I just have to post them. Well, thank you, Diane. I think it's looking pretty nice too. It gets full, very full with the 21-inch. That's why I like 20-inch. Look how big and beautiful and how bright the color is. Oh, thanks, Tina Kelly. You're always on the ball. Okay. I'm digging underneath the rose. Look how big it is. I have one more, and then we're on the last row. Now I'm going to put all my finished wreaths in my suitcase, and it's going to probably get all smushed. On this row. Now, I'm going to start the outside row. If you've not watched me do it before, you can find some tutorials on our YouTube channel where I start with the last row, because the last row is a bit different than the rest, because one of the tails goes out and then the next one goes in. And if you get confused when you're watching me do this now, because you really can't see, and that's usually why when I do the tutorials, I start from the outside for you guys. So if you're wanting to make one, but you really can't see what I'm doing, just check out one of our a YouTube video. Check out the rose gold one. Just click on the rose gold picture, and I'm pretty sure I start from the outside and work myself in. This mesh, I think I got at Craft Outlet. It's really cheap. There's no metallic or anything, it's just a value mesh, but it's so pretty because it's got the pinks and reds in it. And if you just, oh, you can do it with 10-inch. Oh, sure. I wouldn't do it with a cheap 10-inch mesh though, because you definitely will see through it. So if I was, they do have this certain mesh in 10-inch, but if you can see my hand through that, that's really thin. You're not going to get the coverage. You would actually have to use 2 pieces per zip tie. It's cheaper to use the 21-inch than buying 2 rolls of the 10-inch and doubling it. And it's full. Like, this thing is going to be ginormous. It's so pretty with the 21-inch. Hi, Twisha! Twisha, what are you doing up late? Oh yeah, it's not that late where you are. Okay, so that one, I put one in. That one's going towards the outside. The next one, I'm going to put going, the tail going through the inside. I'll see if I can show you guys how I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm still folding it the same. The whole flower is done exactly the same, except for the leaves. The only thing about doing a 21-inch rose is cutting the mesh. It's a pain. Okay, so the tail, for the whole rose, I was going towards the outside. So I did one towards the outside. This one's going to go towards the inside. So I'm going to cut a little bit of it off. Just trim it off. And this forms the outside of the flower. Okay, so you're, and the next one that I'm going to do will go towards the outside again. And then the one beside that one will go towards the inside of the rose. So see, that one's outside. This one's going to go in. She doesn't go to bed till 10. I forgot the time change. It's almost 11 here. Way past my bedtime. Yeah, Tina Kelly's pretty helpful. She's like my right-hand girl. All right, so this is going, that one went in, this one's going outwards. And that gives you that scalloped rose look on the outside when you do it like this. But we will be using a little bit of hot glue as well. And just trim the tail. I am feeling better, Jeannie. I had a bit of a tough go last week. Just a little bit of a tough go. So I don't think I used a whole roll. I think I have enough mesh cut, and I still have a quarter of a roll of this. So it didn't even take a full. All right, so that one went out. This one's going in. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. And you'll see why I'm doing this in the end. It'll make sense to you. Okay, so that went in. Next one's going out. In, out, in, out. Do you guys think I should use a lime, like a lime green mesh for my leaves? I don't even know what color greens I have around here. Hi, Donna from Indiana. All right, so that one went in. We're going out. So, just from last year, roses, red, yellow, white, and pink roses were very, very big sellers for Valentine's. Just to let you know. Because instead of giving real roses, people give rose wreaths when they see them. So just keep that in mind, especially when you're shopping sales and stuff, because if you can get your stuff on sale, that's seriously more money in your pocket. So the red, if you see red, because the red will probably go on sale after Christmas is over, grab up red, because you can make red roses. Because a lot of times red's basically used at Christmas time. But when you're a creeker, you use them. You use red for all kinds of flowers. Normal wreathing, like I said, a lot of it's just at Christmas. Hi, Janice. Whew, this thing is getting huge. And can you believe this isn't even a full roll of mesh? Tell ya. I wish I had hunter green. Hunter green, they really do not make hunter green mesh. It's so weird. Same with yellow. Like a normal deco mesh like this, it's like almost impossible to find a good yellow. They have a nice yellow in poly jute and poly burlap, but not just normal wide foil deco mesh. And I'm not sure, same with hunter. You never see a hunter green. I know, right, Jeannie? Get it 90% and stuff after Christmas. Keep that in mind, people, for the flowers. People love their red roses. And white. White for daisies. Even snowball mesh white would look so cool. So just keep that in mind when you start seeing the sales. I know, Mom, can you hear my voice? Every time I come down here. I have a dehumidifier down here. You're cutting some red now? Yep. Get your roses going. Because a rose wreath is much cheaper than a dozen roses, that's for sure. So you need to market that when you're marketing it on your buy and sells and everything. Remind the men that a rose wreath will last forever and is cheaper than buying real flowers. And their lady will love it. Look at this thing. You can see this from freaking space. It is dry, Mom. Can you go get me a glass of water? I forgot to grab some. I literally I got out of bed. I'm not sick though, Jeannie. It's just, it just must be really dry down here. Because I was fine when I came down. We're almost done. I need moisture, Mom. Moisture. It's so funny. You have to see Lolly. Because she's going to New York, you know, she got outfits planned all over, like she's going to some fashion show or something. Like people are actually going to see her outfits, right? She is so funny. Patsy, it's too far upstairs. Anyways, Lolly's like, and it's all about making sure her outfit is good. So when she posts on Instagram or TikTok, you know, her outfits are on point. So funny. Meanwhile, no, anything that anybody's going to see of her is her winter coat and a toque. I do have black for one of the segments. I wanted to wear my Unique and Creek shirt, but I was told it was holiday. It's like, okay, I'll behave then. Oh, I hear movement upstairs. Maybe she's going to come check on me. Isn't this thing a beast? Why are you not crafting, Jeannie? Did something happen that I missed? Okay, I'm going to try and text Lolly. I really need a drink. Unless she's watching, she might have heard me. I think she closet watches. I think she secretly watches me. Were you watching me? Are you lying? You're lying. You were watching me because what was I talking about?
I don't know. I was watching that before.
Sure you were. Can you grab me a glass of water, honey? I'm like parched. No, I have one iPad charger. Where's yours? No. I'm using it right now. Oh, wait, this might be full. Or it might be. Go get me water. Thank you. And you can use my charger. But I need it back. I do. That's a good idea, Deidre. You seen one of my wreaths advertised on TV? Oh, you know what? You probably watched on Fox channel. We were one of the picks for Cyber Monday's Fox and Friends. Isn't that cool? Cyber Monday's must-haves. Unique in the Creek is getting there. Now, once Michael's goes full-fledged, we will probably be in their commercials and stuff.
What were you talking about?
About your outfits being on point.
They're not that on point.
They're not that on point?
No. I only have one outfit that's kind
Is that like Instagram ready? Or TikTok ready?
I don't know. I don't know if him.
You what?
I said, I don't know if him. I don't know what to bring for carry on. I don't even know why.
Well, we're only on the plane for an hour and 10 minutes.
I know. So I was
Look how pretty this rose is.
I was gonna bring my AirPods and my phone.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring a backpack
As
because.
soon as we get up in the air, we'll be coming back down. All right.
So can I use the charger?
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
I think I might be using a whole roll because I need to cut 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more pieces. You like my yellow truck? Isn't it cute? I got 2 of them from Deco Exchange. They're kind of pricey, but they're really cute.
I'll come and say hi. Is it on you?
What?
I was gonna.
Come say hi. Don't knock the camera. Watch.
Hi guys, what's up, besties?
Lolly into house. Do a talkily.
I don't have my phone on me.
Oh.
Sorry.
Are you packed?
Kinda.
Okay, you are to be packed, remember?
Well, I have my clothes all in the suitcase. I don't really know what else I need to pack. I packed all my toiletries and that.
Your toiletries, everything's packed. Everybody's saying, hey, Lolly.
Hi.
And they say, thank you for getting your mom water. It's dry down here. Every time I come down here, my throat gets all messed up.
Oh, hi.
Look at all the high lollies.
I will have a great trip.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully I see Taylor Swift. There's a bunch of TikTok stars down there too right now.
TikTok stars.
Yeah.
There's stars on TikTok.
I know, unfortunately.
Are you not a TikTok star?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's my future goal.
Oh, somebody called you beautiful girl.
Thank you, Diane.
Beautiful pain in the butt.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. How's everybody's holidays going so far?
Nobody's on holiday.
Well, like holidays, like it's Christmas time.
It's not.
Yes,
People
it is.
still have to work.
Okay, you know what? Like,
What? Look how huge this thing is.
that's,
Isn't it like a monster? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh God, I gotta cut more mesh.
I
Oh.
have to go shower soon and stuff. So.
All right, Leela. Thank you for the water. I was dying.
See you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye, my lolly.
Bye.
Hi, girl from Gatineau, Quebec. Where'd my measurer? So I need 4 more pieces. She's a good girl, my lolly. We're besties. I just really, am I gonna have not enough pieces? Oh no. Uh-oh. I am not opening a new roll of mesh for 1 piece. See, if I would have measured them properly, I would have had just enough. Oh, oh, this hurts. We need 1 piece. Ah. That's okay. I will make it work. I am not opening another roll. So there's this big concert too that's in New York on Friday. Taylor Swift and the Jonas Brothers. And why does the end of the roll have to be so squirrely? Like, look at this. They should make the tube, the cardboard tubes, wider, so you don't have such not a tight thing at the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna make it work. I'm not opening a whole new row. Now, if I would have paid attention and measured properly, I wouldn't be in this predicament. I know, don't you hate when that happens? Or when you're cutting mesh and you're right in the middle of making a bow, and then there it is, that glued piece in the middle of a roll. Like, what is up with that? Okay, I'm gonna trim this. Wow, she even remembered to do the dishes. I can hear the dishes going up there. God, I hate the end of the roll. Night, Madonna. Night, Trisha. Gotta get my electric scissors charged. This is crazy. I know, one stupid piece. It's my fault though, because I wasn't paying attention when I was cutting. I was just kind of going willy-nilly. No, I ended up cooking. It was good. I told you guys the other day we've been getting that, it's called Hello Fresh. So they deliver all your ingredients. I know, Laura. So they deliver all of your ingredients to prepare a meal. So we have like 4 meals. It is so super amazing. They put everything in the bag that you need to make and prepare the dish. It's like stuff I wouldn't even think of cooking. And it was so, tonight was whiskey rubbed sirloin strips with a carrot and potato mash. I sound like a master chef or something. And it was so good. I'm like literally master chef with these. Your sister like, yeah, I love it. We've been doing it for 2 weeks now, and I absolutely love it. Then I'm not having to worry about what I'm going to cook for supper, as I already picked that. You can pick out what you want every week, and everything is in it, so you don't have to buy any of the ingredients. Almost done this bad boy. I hate the end of the roll. I'm almost tempted to cut that roll open just so I don't have to use these end pieces. That one went in, this one's going out. Oh, that's okay. You're doing your thing. It was my fault. I told everybody I would go live. I should have just did it. Last piece. Well, it's supposed to have one more piece. I'll probably steal one from in there somewhere. Oh, this piece is a mess. You know what? I am going to open another roll. And more than likely I'll make one of these again. Another one this color. This time I'll have my scissors, my electric scissors charged. I just can't use that end piece. It's driving me crazy. There. See, that's how I should have did it in the first place, but I was too tired. Now I got a nice piece here to work with. That's better. Look how pretty. Okay, let's get this done. Get her done. Oh, that one was going out. This one's going in. Hungry. I feel like ice cream for some reason. Don't know why. I know, I love my electric scissors, especially for this. I always use it for when I'm making my roses. But I didn't think of charging them, because I haven't used them in a while. I haven't made a rose in a while. Thank you, Barbara. It is pretty nice. It is big. Last piece. And then we'll just glue the edges. I have to figure out what green I'm going to use. Yes, the outside row 1, I'm using green for leaves. So you can use row 1, you can still use for the rows if you'd like. But as you can see, if you're using 21 inch, it will be quite large. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm trying to trim off. Hey, what happened? What happened? There we go. Okay, I'm going to trim off some of these strings. Okay, and I'm going to go around with my hot glue gun and just dab a little bit of glue for those ends that won't stay down in the rows. You make them stay down. Put a dab of hot glue and push her down there. Okay, so on the outside row, all the petals that are going towards in, they go on the outside like this. Okay, so that one's going in, that one's on the outside. That one's on the outside. This is not a very good piece of mesh here, but this one's on the inside. So the ones that are going in towards the center of the rows, you want to put those edges in the rows like this. So these outside edges, we're going to glue onto the board. Now you can zip tie them right into the zip tie. In. Okay, so you're just tucking them in, and any corners you see that are not going to stay where you want them to stay, just hit them a little bit with some hot glue. Yeah, you can do it like this. You can do it, I've done it where you put the ends into the zip tie next to it. There's no really right or wrong way. It's whatever you feel comfortable. Needs to go that way. Okay, let me just go out. This goes in. Out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wherever the zip tie is, let's see. So the zip tie that has the end going outwards, so going out towards the board, I'm going to put just a little bit of hot glue on the board, and then the other one that's beside it, put some hot glue, and then I'm going to put a clothespin just to clamp it down so you don't burn your fingers, and just hold it here there. So on this one, oh, I still have to put my hanging string in. So I'm just gluing the outside petals to the board where they're supposed to go. So as long as it's forming that nice scalloped shape, then you're doing it right. Now I just use the clothespins, like I said, just to hold it in place while the glue dries. Out of clothespins. Ah. So if the petal doesn't want to go where you want it to go, just hit it with some glue and make it go. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's pretty big too, and I didn't use row 1, so you can still use row 1 and make it even bigger if you want. And then you're going to tuck your ends in. Like I said, if they don't want to stay, like this one just does not want to stay, so I am gluing it. Just a little dab of hot glue, and then just hold it. Was a complete, it takes practice, it does, especially the outside row, but once you do it once, and you may have to, you know, take it apart, and I've ripped apart many roses. But it's nothing a little hot glue can't fix. Okay, so I need to go find a green that will suit this rose. I just keep spinning around, see which ones are not staying down that I want to stay down. There, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Not bad for being very tired and not cutting the mesh particularly neat. It's very pretty, very, very pretty. Okay, I gotta find a green in this mess of a room. I'll be right back. Oh, this will work. This will be nice. Oh, yes. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, God, this chair is so comfy. I know, isn't it a great color? It's got light pink, fuchsia, and red in it. It's like the perfect Valentine's rose. Now I know I have more in stock, I just don't know what website it's on. Okay, I'm not gonna fart around with this anymore. So this is the rose done, and I will kind of curl the center in, and I'll put a little bit of hot glue in there so you don't see the dark hole there. Yes, this is large, but I'm going to flip it over. I just want to make sure all my ends are where I want them. Oh God, this glue gun stand is so old. Look at it. It's got piles and piles of glue and I can't get it off. I got this, I don't even know if they still exist anymore. Handcrafted, Bella Deco Creations. They're on Etsy. Bella Deco Creations. This has got to be at least 6 years old. I like it because it has the glue stick holder. I know Susie from Susie's Wreathing Things has a really nice one, but it doesn't have a glue stick holder. I like the glue stick holder. Okay, let's make some leaves go. I think I'll only do maybe 4. So, I'm going to make this a straight line. I should probably heat seal the ends because this will fray and you'll see the fray, but I don't feel like getting my respirator and everything out. So I'm going to cut these 10 inches. One. I think I might only put 4 on, 2 on each end of the rose, the opposite ends. It's a really pretty color. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a, I don't know what they call it, a Kelly green or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so to do the leaves, I have a 10 by 10 piece. I'm just going to, with it curled down, put it in a diamond shape just like this, and I'm just going to scrunch from corner to corner and flip it. and I need a clothespin. Clothespin that off. Night, Wendy. I'm almost done. Apple green, that's right, you're right. Thanks, Mimi. I knew there was a weird name for it. This color makes a pretty Christmas tree too. But I like this one because it's not too limey and it's not too dark. So especially for spring flowers, spring you want bright, fun colors. Except for my red rose. My red rose I always use like a sage color green. Alright, let's get this. Alright, so to flip this, oh, where's it? Flip this over, and you can see we got that scalloped edge we're looking for. That it goes down and goes around. There's our, we need a hanging hole. I'm just going to put zip tie. So the two holes at the top, which I probably should have did at the beginning. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right. There's a hanger. So I think I might put 2 leaves here and then 2 leaves over here. So kitty corner. So I'm going to take a zip tie and you're just going to go through. You'll see 8 single holes. We're going to go through and I'll take these 2. So I'm going to put 1 inside the other and 4, so it makes 4 leaves. And I want the nice side facing the road, like the outside of the road. So I'm going to flip this over so you can see all the rough ends and stuff. And then just put it underneath the board there and zip it on. There we go. Yes, that green is perfect. Perfect, I say. All right. I'll cut that off. Okay, and then I'm going to go totally opposite over here. See if I can do it the other way that you guys can see. So you put the zip tie through the hole, and then you make your zip tie like an L shaped on the table. And then take your leaves. So I just got them inside each other. So one on top of the other in the middle. Grab them. Let's put it on the board. And then you're going to get your zip tie. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oops. And zip it on. Tighten it. Voila! The rose. The Valentine's Day rose. It's beautiful. I like it. There we go. So you can put leaves all the way around if you want. I like just a few leaves to offset that with the green. Again, I'll go around, cut off little strings, tuck in tails, but all in all, you have this big, huge, gorgeous wreath. I will put a little twist a little this in the center here. And we're done. And there's the back, nice and clean. You can sign it, you can put your sticker on it, do whatever you want. You can make a even bigger rose if you use these outside 8 holes. To do that, you have to zip tie the bottom of the petal and then zip tie that petal with a zip tie to the board. I've done that a couple times, so there is tutorials, but this is a pretty big rose. When you make the roses with the 21 inches, you can see, look how full this is. I am going to bed. I'm gonna eat McCain cake first because I'm hungry. Beautiful. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me and talking to me and keeping me company. Another rose in the books. But I'm telling you, make sure you get your red mesh when it's on sale after Christmas. And start your roses for Valentine's Day, because they are a perfect Valentine's gift. Alright guys, going to bed, and I will talk to you, I might not see you guys tomorrow, but I will talk to you on Thursday when we get to New York. Okay guys, bye. Thanks for hanging.